Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Steve. Today we're going to go through LeetCode problem 1545, find kth bit in nth binary string. Let's take a look at the problem first. Given two positive integers n and k, the binary string Sn is formed as follows. S1 is always a 0, a string that has a value of 0. And Si and onwards is formed by using the previous string plus 1, this string, plus reverse and invert Si minus 1, the previous string, invert it first and then reverse it for any I that is greater than 1. So here it says where plus denotes the concatenation operation, basically concatenating the two strings on the two sides of this concatenation sign. Reverse returns the reversed string of x, and invert x inverts all the bits in x by changing, basically flipping the bits from 0 to 1, 1 to 0. Let's take a look at this example. The first four strings in the above sequence should be this. So the first one is guaranteed to be 0, and then the second one is 0, 1, 1. How does this one form? This one is formed by following exactly this formula. So Si minus 1, that is 1, right? When I is 2, this I minus 1 is 1. So that is 0 plus 1 plus 1. This entire part is 1. And then S3 goes on. S3 is formed by following the same formula, but in this case, Si minus 1 is S2, right? So the list goes on and on. So the problem is asking us to return the kth bit in Sn. It's guaranteed that k is valid for the given n, which means k is always within the range, the length of the n, the resulting Sn. All right, let's just take a look. So output is 0 for given input n is 3, k is 1. Let's take a look. That means S3 is this, S3 is this, and then k is 1. K is 1. That means the first bit. So the index is starting from 1. Now what we have is this is the first index that is returning is 1. That's what it's asking us to return. And the given API signature is looking like this. It's asking us to return the kth bit in the nth number. The kth bit in the nth binary string. Of course, there are multiple different ways. The way that I think of this is very brute force. We can just form all of the different binary string numbers all the way up to n, and then we can simply return the kth bit. Of course, there are many smart people that come up with different smart ways to solve this problem, but I thought this is at least one way that we can handle this problem, and the most straightforward that we can understand. So let me know, comment down in the comment section below how you approach this problem. I'm happy to learn from all sorts of ideas. We can just put the brute force idea into the actual code. Let's see how we can put that into code. Let me move this to the side. All right, now we can write this side. The coding board is wider so that we can write code. So we can form a string of, we'll just call it strings, and then the length of this string array is going to be n, because we're going to form all of the n binary strings, and all of this every single one is formed based on the prior one and the given formula. So we better just we can just have one. That is totally fine. We can just have the prior one. Or we can just have two. That's going to cut the extra space into constant. That's one way to do that, but for simplicity we'll just use an array, and given the constraint the n is very small, so still even if we use a string array, that is still a one time because the n is within 20, so still very small. So let's just handle it this way. We'll just do it the very brute force way. Bear with me for that. But at least that's a working solution that we can get it accepted. Or if you encounter this in your real interview, this is one way to solve this problem. So let's do it. So just follow this formula. The first one, string 1 is 0. And for all of the rest, we'll just use this formula and the previous character prior to this character that we are trying to form. We can form it this way. So what we'll do is we'll just call it form string. Based on what? Based on the prior one. And then in the end, what we're going to return is return the last one, which is n minus 1, the kth bit, that is char at, remember this is indexed starting from 1, so we need to minus 1. You see here, this is the first bit, so the first bit is this one. So when k equals to 1, that means we need to subtract 1 so that we get the correct index in real code. And now our problem is to implement this form string method. Let's put it here. Form string, form string, form string. Let me copy this. Return type is a string. I'll just call it string. So the formula is this. First one, we'll just return. So this is the prior one. What we need is +1 and then plus reversed. We can use a, so we can put it this way, reversed and invert. This is the previous number. This is how we're going to implement. So basically we're going to write 2 more methods. Easy. Let's put it this way, private string reverse another string. So how we can reverse this, we can just use a string builder, a new string builder, and then to make it easier to read, let's put it this way, put it in more verbose way, and then we can simplify it. String builder and sb append str, and then we can return sb reversed to string. Or string builder has another constructor which takes a parameter, so we can even put this one in, then we don't need to append this. And then we can further simplify this by moving the constructor into part of the return method, like this. So then we have the reverse method. Then how about the invert? Let me put it here. Invert, also string. The invert method goes like this. We basically flip all of the binary bits from 0 to 1 or 1 to 0. So let's just quickly use a string builder to do this. Of course, there are multiple different ways you can approach this, but I'm just using the way that I feel the most straightforward and easy to understand. Feel free to disagree with me and comment down below in the comment section. Let me know how you approach this invert function. And then we have char c string to char array. So here we'll check if c is 1, because it says the given string, it contains only, so it has only 0 and 1. So we only need to check this. If it's 1, if it's not 1, then it must be 0. So we don't even need to check it else if c equals to 0. It must be 0. Because all of the other numbers are formed this way. There are only 2 possible characters. So if c is this, so what we'll do is we'll append 0 to that. Otherwise, we'll append 1 to that. Then in the end, we'll just return sb to string. All right, that's it. We have finished this entire program. Let me hit run code and see if there's any syntax error. All right, accepted. Now let me hit submit to see if it can work, can be accepted. All right, it's also accepted. Yeah, this is a very brute force solution, but at least it's a working solution that can get the code accepted. Let me just comment down below in the comment section. Let me know how you approach this problem. You can do it iteratively or recursively, or using any smart ways that you can do this. You can get this problem accepted. Just comment down in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. If you found this video helpful to help you make sense of the problem or inspire you to solve this problem, just do me a favor and smash the like button. That's going to help a lot with the YouTube algorithm, and also help me out tremendously. I really appreciate it. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have accumulated quite a few LeetCode videos or tutorials and data structure and algorithms on my channel. So feel free to check them out. Hopefully I'll just see you guys in a few short seconds. Thanks for watching.